we're back to get the exhaust modification in this ski today and put the wear ring in it. So in the last video, I was complaining about the exhaust being delayed shipping wise, and now my wear ring is being delayed. The wear ring was supposed to be here 2 days ago. Now the wear ring is going to be here tomorrow. So I really just can't catch a break. I ordered the wear ring, it shipped from Miami. I'm in Louisiana, but right now it's delayed due to weather conditions in Texas. So why is it over there? I've got no idea. But anyways, we're gonna start stripping this down on the exhaust. This is a 1999 model. That's when they first started putting resonators in these skis. So in 1998, they came with no resonator. It was just a straight pipe going from the water box to the through-hole outlet. To my knowledge, no one ever made like a free flow exhaust kit for these to eliminate the resonator. So the thing to do is to find a 1998 model exhaust, which is what we did. I found it used on eBay. The whole system with the outlet and the hose cost me about 200 bucks to get it shipped over here. So really not a bad price. It is an old silicone hose, but it's a free flow exhaust kit that's gonna make this sound much better. Swapping them out isn't too bad of a job because you've got this rear access panel underneath the seat on the back of the ski, and that is what we're going to be deleting. So this big thing here, it goes all the way up to the front. This is the resonator. It kind of looks like some kind of flute, a musical instrument. This is not what we want. It doesn't make good noises like a flute normally would. We want it to be louder, so we need to get this out. Now the outlet is going to be different, so the factory outlet has to come out and the 98 model will go in. The battery does have to come out, but I already got this out to replace it. So it should be fairly straightforward. Just a couple hose clamps and all of this should slide out.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Yeah, I'm working on getting the exhaust out of this one right now. This was the resonator back in 1999. It looked like a
flute.
A flute, yeah, that's what I said.
It was,
yeah.
what do you call it at the church?
An organ, right? No, I don't know.
What is that thing called?
Like the big piano thing?
With the air.
Yeah, that's an organ. Now yours out there, you got a bad vibration problem because he had a bent shaft. Well, you got a new shaft in it. Now you just got to do the alignment.
I took it apart.
You see my vents? So I actually have plenty of these in stock now, so if you want to order it, I'll put a link down in there.
Yes, this
so
thing
he's been rocking it, been testing it.
This is
And
awesome.
it's solid. So you check this out. It twist locks like the factory cap. Put the factory cap back in it when you want it in there, and if not, twist that back in.
And it has the Venturi effect.
So air comes in the front,
here,
helps siphon the hot air out.
Yes.
And I've been riding at like 35, 40 miles an hour where I could reach around and put my hand back here.
You feel heat.
And you could feel heat coming
Yes,
out.
not
So
much,
it does work.
Yes.
Better than having the cap there, that's for sure. I'm not turning wrenches on this stuff though. I showed him how to do this like 5 times already.
So I've taken it
Four.
apart 4 times.
Four.
Yeah.
So, but I've got the tools, so he's gonna do it and we're just gonna watch him.
Yep.
We got other stuff to do today. We gotta get that 2-stroke going. Jason got all of this done. You can see we got the alignment shaft in, and the alignment's perfect. It's buttery smooth. It doesn't make any contact, but it wasn't. It was pretty off. We checked it, and his alignment, the engine was too far to the left. And to show you what that does to your carbon seal, so here's a new one. You see you got the beveled edge all perfect there, but on this one, you could see where the drive shaft was rubbing on the inside there. So what's happening is the alignment's off, and the drive shaft was crooked like this, rubbing on the inside of the carbon seal and causing the top hat to wear the bevel crooked, and it causes a water leak. Yeah, show them a demonstration.
So that's how I was hitting. See
that's a little, the angle is like your alignment wasn't that bad, but the drive shaft was hitting it like that pretty much. So it's a little bit exaggerated just so you can see.
But the drive shaft was bent.
Being off caused it to wear the inside and a water leak. So the alignment is perfect now. Getting a brand new carbon seal in it. We don't want to reuse this. And no more water in this hull, right? Right?
Yes.
I don't know. This is his 4th carbon seal.
The Green Hull Performance Wizard is going to bless the ski.
Yeah.
And there's going to be no more leaks.
Back to your regularly scheduled program.
I've got the 99 stock exhaust and the 98 stock exhaust side by side, just so y'all could see the differences here. And that big resonator flute looking thing, it's ugly. This is going to save so much room in the hull. I don't know about weight, maybe a few ounces, half a pound, nothing to make a difference, but it's just the difference in size. And of course, this is going to be louder. Louder is better. You want it to be loud. You want to hear the motor scream because these two strokes sound amazing. Get rid of that resonator junk and we're going straight pipe. Now, if this isn't loud enough, then I think we're gonna have to get an aftermarket water box. I found a TDR water box for sale. I heard it's ridiculously loud, but I'm okay with that. I want it to be loud, so we'll see. Now, to put this piece in the hull, you don't need any silicone or anything because it has a gasket that seals it, but I am gonna clean this off a bit and put some silicone on it just so we have a guaranteed watertight fit and don't have to worry about any leaks. But other than that, this will just go straight back in where the factory one was. You thread this nut on the outside, a couple hose clamps, and it's a pretty simple install. One of the last parts of my maintenance that I'm going to do before we go ride is change the spark plugs. Now, changing your spark plugs is something that I recommend that everybody does at the start of every ride season for this very reason. So these were changed in November of 2024. Not that old, and they're already rusting out. I don't store these things in a wet environment. It stays in a climate controlled garage with the hood up, so everything breathes nice, but they're still rusting out and you're not going to have good performance. I don't even know if these spark plugs would work in this condition. So we're gonna pop these out and replace them with new ones, but also you can see this beautiful 88 billet head. Looks way better than the factory head, and we have higher compression because of it, so we get a little more performance out of it. This is something I did last year when I got it, and if I ever want to change the compression, I just got to pull the head, swap the domes out. Super easy to do. So yeah, this is something you could still buy new. If you guys watched last week's video, you probably caught me saying that sometimes I get a little bit carried away. Well, I'm here to tell you that I did that again. So I had everything put back together last week, ready to go ride, and I started up, fired right up, checked the voltage on the battery, and it just 12 volts. So the battery was not charging, ended up pulling the engine completely out, checked the stator was bad, completely rusted, got a new stator in, but in the process, I painted the entire engine, cleaned the engine bay, did a little bit of porting, and I got a different pipe that's going on it. So I should have took you guys with me for that, showed you everything I did. But you know, I get a little carried away sometimes, it happens. The engine bay is much cleaner. We cleaned the fiberglass up. I painted the motor. Now, I am not a painter, nor do I claim to be, so it could look a lot better, right? I could have powder coated this, but just for the time constraint, I used some black engine enamel, and honestly, it looks much better than what it did. Now, the exhaust, right here, I ported this out. Now, the reason that I did port that is because I'm putting on a 1997.5 white pipe. That white pipe is supposed to be the best factory pipe there is. It's going to make more power, but that opening is bigger on the OEM pipe. So I had to bore it out 2 millimeters. I ported it into the runners, smoothed it all out. You can just bolt on a 1997.5 manifold, but why do that when you could just port it out? I'm no porting expert. There are thousands of people that are better at porting than I am, but I do understand it all. So I opened it up, smoothed it out into the runners, got rid of some casting marks. So I think it should probably flow better than a factory 1997.5 manifold. But I don't know, it saved me some money, just a little bit of my time. So we're gonna get this pipe in here. I'm not gonna show you the pipe yet, but you can probably guess what color it is. If you can't guess the color, then you probably haven't paid attention too much throughout these videos. So we're gonna get that on and we're gonna come back for an update. Pipe's in and it's blue. If you couldn't guess that, obviously you haven't paid attention because we got blue mats. Hell, I even got the same color shirt on. This happens to be my favorite color, and I think it looks really nice with the yellow. Now all we have left to do to this is ride it and get the graphics on. So I don't know when the graphics are going to be here, hopefully sooner than later, and then the ski will be done with a couple other things that we'll get to in a future video. But I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's a lot of work, but I think it was worth it. Again, it's not perfect like it would be if someone powder coated this, but the hull's clean. We got a clean looking engine, clean looking pipe. The whole package here just looks really nice. So let's get this thing started, make sure the battery is charging while the engine's running, and then we're gonna go to the water. Fired it up, checked the battery, and it is in fact charging, which is great. It's honestly relieving to hear this thing fire right up. Battery work as it should, but I'm not gonna tease you guys, you know, I'm gonna fire it up so you can hear how good this two-stroke actually sounds. beat that, okay? No 4-stroke's gonna sound that cool. So I got a little smoked out in here. We're gonna have to open the garage, but it's so nice to know that this is now working. We are gonna do a few other mods, but we're going to ride this thing this weekend like it is. So far we've got Pro-K filters, rejetted the carbs, ADA high compression billet head, 97.5 white pipe that we painted blue, a Solus impeller, and other than that, this thing is stock. Oh, and we did the 98 exhaust that deleted the resonator. Not a whole lot done to it engine-wise, but it should still be a ton of fun out there. Really reliable. So let's go ride it and see what she does. That'll be it for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.